Stupid. Did they just go free the island? I think we're about to get Ice Ghost. Everyone has a Warhammer now? Oh my god. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. That we're about to get Ice Ghost. Yep. Oh my god, it's level 40. Or 30? Why does it say 40? Weird. Yo, this ship looks sick, though. I like the color scheme a lot. And now the purple sails ruined it. Ship is taking a long time. There's... how many of us are here? 1, 2, 3, 4... oh, there's only 5 of us here. Okay, that's actually not that bad. Am I going to be able to get to another one, though? There's one down there. I end up doing that, actually. I'm teleporting down there. It's gotta have... okay, good. Actually, no, that's... Boo taking it. No, I'm not going to go down there. There's no point. Alright. Let's try it. At least it has that one. That's a bad ship. Goodbye, Warhammer. I appreciate that it had cutthroat damage on there, but I'm not going to upgrade a rare ship when I already have Black Raven all the way upgraded right now. I'm not even going to sell for epic Warhammer. I'm going to get a legendary one. I'm not going to settle until I get legendary. No, but one sailor! Why'd they kill the one sailor? What am I going to tell Jimmy's wife? Oh, no, not Jimmy, Donnie. What am I going to tell Donnie? What's Donnie's wife going to say about all this? I guess since I need a 65, I don't need... I want to see what those new parts are, though. Oh, now they're doing it. Or 44 over here. You. Okay. You're not a coward after all. I hope this goes by okay. But this is level 44. And I don't have a cutthroat ship. Not a proper one, at least. I wonder... because I was able to do quite a lot. Well, actually, no. You get a 5th ship. Yeah, if you get a 5th ship, then... okay, never mind. I was trying to think of a way I can incorporate fire into this when we get Stormbringer, but... I guess I should talk about the war between Boo and ESC. Because originally I was part of Boo. And happened since, like, the very first part of, of Season 1. And I'm not going to play through Season 1, I don't want to create a brand new account, so I'm just going to talk about, like, the majority of what happened. So, there were 5 gangs of interest when it comes to Season 1. There was Boo, ESC, Win, 224, not the server number, like there was an actual gang called 224, and 9mm, or 9mm. And thank you for the Transylvania points. Is there number 44 around? There is. Want to be truly, I agree. So Boo started in like the southernmost area, Sea of Sin. ESC started at like not quite the top right area, but the area below that one, a slight bit. That's where ESC started. Win was on the opposite direction of ESC, so Boo, ESC, and Win were all split apart. And when the second part of Season 1, when the 6 mini-maps turned into 3 medium-sized maps, they were all still split. But while Win was all alone in that area, 9mm and 224 were with ESC and Boo, like respectively. While ESC was pretty much dominating 9mm, 224 and Boo had a bit of a tiff. So Boo had strength in that one, but 224 had numbers. And usually numbers is what wins, like these types of things, but the strength was able to like outplay everything. So, and so 224 eventually got pushed back all the way back into their starting area. And because our medium area was the Pirate Paradise, that's what we were fighting over. Originally, we were supposed to build all the way up to our Port 5, which was Palazzo, and have a fair fight against that. But 224 wanted oh my god. Burning Crown. And Rupture. Oh my god, they brought back all the other stuff. Thank god. What was I talking about? Yeah, so Power eventually won over this one. And based off of how many numbers worked, that was actually kind of impressive, I'll admit. 224 supposedly wanted every single bit. I'm saying supposedly because this is all second-hand information for me, despite actually being part of Boo. Because most of everything that happened was between the two leaders. So we had a bit of a ceasefire. That way we can actually build up to Palazzo, our Port 5. But very, very quickly, everything started falling apart. And it was not good. Like, they were sinking us, we were sinking them during the ceasefire. We never had a ceasefire to begin with, just about. So it ended up with them joining up with ESC when the three medium maps turned into one large map. And then at that same time, 9mm ended up joining up with Win. And Boo and Win were actually allied together. So by the time the third part came through, it was ESC versus Boo and Win. At first, there was a lot more drama that went on, but that's essentially like just base start out. That's essentially what it was to begin with. So fast forward to like the battle for the middle, like most part of Season 1 map. The way that map is built is Boo ends up getting the southern two cities, which was Alexandria and Athena, Wynn would get Eden and Shields Bay, ESC will get Arthurtown and Harbor Bell. That's how it is from a game design's point of view. Obviously, that's not what happened. So, our gate for Boo, we were going through Hermes Rift, and that was the southernmost gate. It's the one like right next to Palazzo, and ESC like came and stopped us. So while Boo and ESC was going at each other, how many sailors do I have? Yes. So while ESC was basically dealing with us and we were dealing with ESC, Wynn was building their territory. They were actually the first ones to capture a gate. Not only that, but they were also the first ones to capture a port. They ended up getting Shields Bay very quickly while we dealt with ESC. So, fast forward to when we actually got the port, because we ended up beating them on getting our port. And then, but ESC was not very far behind, because they had power and numbers. And Boo had power, but Wynn had numbers. So, on paper, it was even. It really wasn't when you look at everyone that was actually in it. So, we got our two cities. Wynn had Shields Bay. They haven't captured Eden. And then ESC had their two light ports. Except when they tried to get Harbor Bell, Boo tried to stop them along with Wynn. So, ESC still got the ports, but we had more numbers, and the only reason why they were able to actually get that port during the voting process was because it was two separate gangs going after them. And when it's two separate gangs, that's not going to help with an alliance type deal when it comes to actually taking a port from someone that you're fighting. So ESC was able to just sit tight. It could have been sunk like a gazillion times and we wouldn't be able to do anything because, one, it's two separate gangs, and two, it's two separate gangs. I cannot stress that part enough. Yeah, take... I gave you fish. What? Take the stupid fish. Thank you. That picky, dying pirates. Imagine being picky when you're starving to death. Ugh. I would be too. But yeah, so that's what ended up happening, and ESC started to push onto Athena. And by the time they were actually pushing towards Athena, Wynn and Boo merged. The top people from Wynn ended up going into Boo. So there was a lot more numbers there. Boo could actually match them. But not everything quite worked out that way, hilariously enough. Because in these type of games, diplomacy is also a thing. And you could be a very, very bad diplomat. Especially in this game, and unfortunately Boo had a very, very bad diplomat, but also a very, very good one. So the good one was trying to do stuff, and the bad one was just stirring everything. Boo and ESC had a ceasefire, because now that it turned into a 1v1 with Wynn coming into Boo, it was ESC had the top half with Harbor Bell, Arthurtown, and Shields Bay. Boo gained Eden while having Athena and Alexandria. But with Boo constantly breaking the ceasefire, that caused ESC to strike and take Athena. So now Boo was just left with Alexandria, and with them like slowly building to Eden. At this point, the people in Wynn saw what was happening, knew that nothing was going to work out with Boo, and jumped ship over to ESC. So now, instead of an alliance with Boo, they had an alliance with ESC, despite multiple of Wynn being from 9mm, the ones that got constantly screwed over by ESC, like in their third of the map. Yeah, it was not good. Like that entire situation, it was not fun to be a part of. Because there's a lot more that went on to it that I won't say. It's quite frankly, it's not something that should be said in public, but at the same time, it kind of explains exactly why ESC kinda did what they did to begin with. All I'll say is the leader of ESC, and again, this is all secondhand information for me. The leader of ESC supposedly got cussed out by Boo.
You again. What do you want this time?
I want to trade. What do you think I want, stupid?
Age can sap a warrior's strength, but can't take away his spirit.
Oh, yes it can. Age can conquer anything. When you're dead, you don't have spirit.
What do those summit traders know about the cruelty of the seas?
They have to sail there every single day. You don't. You run a shop.
Rice? That just depends on people's moods.
What's your mood? You apparently don't have a good one if your spirit is gone. I want to mess with them. Where's a sad pouty face? Where's a sad face? Hang on. I want to see what they say about this. Because again, I was from Boo originally. So. I don't know if he was referring to me or Thanos. I don't know if he was referring to me or Thanos. That's the funny part. They're not even bothering with me. I think ESC is used to my shenanigans already, and that's a little upsetting, actually. But yeah, that's basically what happened. But again, going back to what I was saying before, ESC eventually took Palazzo, and they let us have it back. Like, yeah, it was after the season 1 rewards kicked in. For hey, you got port 6, you get this amount of rewards. You got port 5, you get this many. You got anything less than port 5, you get the lowest of the barrel and all that. But they eventually let us have Palazzo back, and apparently some people in Boo took that the wrong way, and it's like, oh, we're so strong. No, there was 80 people there that day that took Palazzo. 80. 10 of them easily could have stopped Boo from taking Palazzo. And they did. Twice. Don't get me wrong. I like some of the people from Boo, but they are incredibly hard-headed when it comes to this. They are. They want to be the Pirate King, and again, I get it. I would love to be the Pirate King as well. It has a very good buff. But at the same time, I prefer the Wolf Hunter, because that one actually gives you defense against bounties, and I'm bounties. Upsetting, but it's just what's happening. there's not really much you can do about it. The phrase, like, give them an inch and they'll take it to a mile. Like, that's exactly what Boo did. I left at that point. Like, as soon as, like, a little bit before Season 2 started, I left and joined ESC at that point. For multiple reasons. But at the same time, like, because in global chat, they're basically saying, give us port 6, we'll work with you. And that's not how negotiations work. And I don't think they understand that. Well, I'm 9th on the garrison. Every play this manning the artillery ship. I don't think any of us is going to be Reaper. Oh my god. Despite everything though, there are some really, really funny stories that happened in Boo. Like, I made sure to screw around with them. Yeah, I think the artillery ship is going to be a necessary thing here. I think they fixed it. We got our first port though.